no, these glasses aren't necessary.
Bitch, you're shiesty. You're so fake.
But it's matching the vibe. We're casual today. We don't care. No makeup, no hair, no pants. Halloween may be over, but the horror continues year-round for those working in customer service.
I said more mayo, you hear me?
I've been there, and I have the nightmares to prove it. Now, baristas for like chain coffee shops and stuff always kind of fascinate me because how are you doing that? There's so many drinks and things to remember. Like I assume maybe there's like a Bible full of all the recipes that you can source at any time, but it's just there's so much. And you know that there's like all the social media recipes.
For the love of God and everything that is good, don't get the unicorn for Rappuccino!
The Closing Shift is a 2022 Japanese horror game. So says Google. And so say I. It's created by an indie dev team called Chillas Art, who have a whole catalog of awesome horror games. I also heard they're like a team of 2 people, which is crazy. Every time I hear something like that, I'm always like, ah yes, I too will make a game. And then I remember I have to actually, code it and model it and rig it and animate it. And I still haven't finished that donut. You play as a barista. With less than stellar time management, it seems.
Write a check that's going to bounce, because I don't... How about telling you?
Leaving our apartment, we hear some kind of music playing. Running late for work, alone, at night, in a parking lot. Yeah, I'll go check it out. Looks like it's a cell phone. And it just so happens that the guy looking for it is right here. Excuse me, sir. I found a phone. Does it happen to be yours? Alright, I'm sorry. It is wrong to judge people on their appearance. Here is your phone, good sir.
Manners. What are they? Why are they? How are they?
Our side quest complete. It's time to actually go to work. We rush back to relieve our coworker. I mean, this guy has clearly got some kind of medical issue. So to keep him waiting was just cruel. He tells us to brush up on our barista skills via the VHS tapes.
Let's start off by marking an order scramble. Simply place a right side up jelly pack vertically in the bottom position of the plate. The jelly pack represents 2 eggs, which we call an order. And the location of the plate tells us that they are scrambled.
And so our shift begins. Our first customer is Mr. Takashi, a man with a tragic backstory. He never learned how to properly button a blazer. As is normal with any customer interaction, he feels the need to tell us how uncomfortable the place makes him.
Okay,
well, see, if you're uncomfortable, then I'm gonna be uncomfortable, which will make you more uncomfortable, and this vicious cycle will just never end. To break the tension, I get his order of a latte and a coffee going. To add some realism to the game, he then complains about the prices of the items he is choosing to buy. Something, of course, we all know retail workers have complete control of. His order ready to go, he heads on his way, surely to make the Taco Bell employees next door equally uncomfortable. Oh, he figured out his buttons. Customer number 2 of the night is a lady named Saran, who either wears a scarf on her head a la Thelma and Louise, or just has a really interesting hairstyle. I honestly can't tell. She informs us about the rise of stalker cases, which she is especially concerned about as she claims boys are always staring at her. Can't imagine why. We then get her order of a dark mocha chip chilippuccino underway. But not without catching a few strays in the process.
I'm not bullying you, I'm just giving you I think you're ugly, I think you're fat, I think you're stupid.
Our next group of customers test both our memory and my patience. One does mention hearing an odd noise, which would be scary, if not for us being in, a store with, machines and, 5 other people who could also have made a noise. But sure, I get your point. Kind of spooky.
dude, I hear a car. Yeah, the world is full of them.
Our last customer of the night is a private investigator named Hasaku. He asks if we've spotted anything suspicious around the area, citing there have been a lot of people
reporting harassment. He tells us to call him if something happens and to close the store if we don't want to get in trouble. And then pieces out.
Okay, I can appreciate what this man is trying to do, you know, keeping me safe and all.
But given I can't close the store early without incurring the wrath of Brian Nicole himself, my prospects are looking dim. With his order done, it's time to close for the night. Nothing too crazy, just some sweeping. I'm sure that's normal. No big thing, we just flip the breaker and put this pesky milk away. Surely, nothing strange there. Ew!
We did it again!
Late, again, and our coworker is understandably pissed. But don't worry, because we are going to give this shift 110%. This man wants a coffee, you got it. Super quick service with a smile.
I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Yeah! Yeah! Get some of these! Get some of these! Almost there and... done.
Tonight is gonna be better. I can feel it.
Oh, who is you?
He comes in without saying a word and orders 2 milks, and then scutters off to the back of the store.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Maybe man just needs some calcium.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another segment of How to Not Be a Creep 101. Our subject today is our boy, Shoya. Shoya is interested in the barista here. Now, Shoya does have the looks, the fit is there, and his hair is looking silky. So he has a promising lead. Ooh. This reads as aggressive. No introduction followed by the immediate hit on and ask for number can come off as aggressive, and in turn, creepy. Now what Shoya could have done is start the conversation with a nice, "Hi, how are you?" This starts the conversation in a natural way and doesn't make anyone uncomfortable. You can see the barista try to redirect the conversation to make things a little less uncomfortable. Oh, but another misstep here from Shoya. Asking someone their name is a great way to start an introduction. However, this once again comes across as aggressive. A simple, "I'm blank. By the way, it's nice to meet you," would be a much preferred way to go about this situation. Then, she can take the lead. If she wants to reciprocate and give you her name, the barista once again tries to steer the conversation to be less uncomfortable. This gives Shoya a nice opportunity to tone things down a little bit, as she's clearly indicating, "Hey, I may be not comfortable with how this conversation is progressing." But sadly, it looks to be that he can't help himself, and goes in with the aggressive number asking once again. And while it's good to be confident, this is just too much. Shoya leaves without a number and in a fuss. This concludes our segment today of how not to be a creep. Remember, don't be a Shoya.
With the night done, we once again need to tidy up. The usual trash dump and table bussin'. This is probably fine. Are we running late again? Probably. We head down to our... Lord. We head down to our car and head off to work. With someone watching. It's probably that baby. We greet our coworker who says today is our first closing shift.
What's all this then?
He too mentions the strange customers. We confide in him that we're worried about being stalked.
Only for him to curb stomp our ego.
I think you're ugly. I think you're fat.
Our night starts with the order of a group of friends.
What?
Correction. Our night starts off with a group of girls who presumably spend time together but clearly do not like one another.
After they're seated, I nonchalantly listen in on their conversation.
Apparently, there are creeps all over the place. Comforting.
My next customer, Kaya, seems to be a bit short on cash. But luckily, the guy checking out the seasonal Stanleys offers to pay. He then asks me if I've seen any ghosts lately.
Which, you know, normally I would find odd, but based on the clientele we seem to get at this place, I don't think anything of it. Not the time, Akira. Not the time.
After they're done, it's time to bust the tables.
What's that sound? Do you hear it? It's a funny squeaky sound.
It's moments like these that I realize in fight or flight situations, I will always be flight. Screw the store, I am booking it straight out of there. Or hiding in the bathroom until morning. But I guess me and barista me are not one and the same.
So we go outside to investigate, only to find a note. The day we first met. Yes, at Chillas. She smiled at me like a flower. Just thinking about her makes my heart pound. I have never felt this way before. I wonder if she's putting a smile on everyone's face, like she does mine. Waking up the next morning, we're met with another note. I know her best. Maybe after your mother and father, I'll really be number one in time. She talked to me. She picked up my phone and went out of her way to give it to me. I knew she felt the same way I did. We are in love. Today is our anniversary.
It's getting weird. I feel really uncomfortable.
Heading off to our car as usual, we head off to our shift. Alright. As I said, heading off to the bus as usual, we head off to our shift. Another day, another shift. Time to check in with our coworker. The world's loudest car pulls up on the drive-thru, and I get to work. Easy peasy. No! Oh, I don't like this. Ma'am, take me with you, please. She does not, but she does give me this bracelet to dispel evil.
The power of Christ compels you!
Another customer to assist, an idol this time.
Vindication!
Do you hear that?
I don't know who this man is, but I am so grateful he's come into my life.
All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss.
After we finish our usual cleanup, it's time to make the devil a latte.
Do you collect points with us?
I head off in the back room where I was embarrassingly stuck for like a good 10 minutes. Turns out it was all a bad dream. Or not. Getting the heebie-jeebies, we finally decide to act and contact the PI from earlier. He comes into the store and tells us he's gonna go investigate.
But there's no time for crime when coffee needs to be served. So our shift continues. Two ladies come in and they ask if there's a photo shoot for the store going on, since they saw someone outside taking pictures, mostly of me. Great. We meet again, lady and her empty stroller. Makes me wonder if there ever really was a baby, or if the baby was just the friends we made along the way.
The last customer of the night horrifyingly asks us if we're doing work on the antennae, as she saw someone on the roof. Great. Thinking it's the PI, we decide to go check on him. Only to discover.
But where'd he get that banana, though? Okay, that solidifies it. It's nighttime. I'm all by myself. I'm being stalked. There's a guy living in the store. I have to get out of here. But after I finish my shift, you know. Employee of the month over here.
In this case, closing the store means throwing out all this food.
What was the reason?
And pricing merchandise. And last, but not least, putting the close-in sign on the door.
I'm in big trouble.
Now from here, we have 3 possible endings. Well, 2 of them are technically like game overs, but whatever.
The first thing we try is to book it out of there through the back door. But that is, unsuccessful.
really draw out this dying scene.
Okay, take 2. We're gonna be a bit crafty. In the back room, we find a screwdriver.
Armed and dangerous, we are now ready to go outside and take this man down. But that's not what the game wants.
We go to the bathroom and try to open a vent, and it takes a painfully long time to do so. Finally, we make it out and find our keys on the ground. Seems lucky.
Oh no! There's Melanie. That's a shame, she was really nice.
Racing to our car, we drive home and make it back safe and sound. Or not. Okay, last option. Taking the ladder, we climb up to the roof from the back room and find some cinder blocks. You know what that means.
Directing.
And just like that, we end our stalker for good. We learn that we've been in contact with the police, but when we went to go back to the scene of the crime, the body was gone. We end up back home and hear a cell phone ringing in the distance. And we find it next to the all too familiar van. Heading back inside, we try to make a call. But we find we are sadly and horrifically not alone.
What?
Yeah, seems no matter what we do, we just die, I guess. Telling you, screwdriver, that was the real solution. Now we've reached the part of the video where I like to give my little review of the game. Nothing super in-depth, just some thoughts. So how did I feel about this game? I liked it. It's short, but effective. Honestly, my favorite part about this game is doing all like the barista-y stuff. If Chilla is willing to reskin this game into like a cozy barista sim, I will shell out all the money. Not to say that I don't like the horror elements in this game, because they are quite effective. While it does rely on jump scares from time to time, it does a really good job of like creating these like tension-filled, uneasy, and even like uncanny moments. You know, I have mad respect for any indie dev team, especially one so tiny. I can't imagine the hours of work that goes into it, especially usually because this isn't your main source of income, so you're probably working a job and then doing this on the side. This game, again, I think was made by like 2 people, which in my opinion is incredibly impressive. Does it need a little bit of polish? Sure. But to me, there were no like glitches or elements to me that made this game unplayable or unenjoyable. If anything, like the graphic and animation issues almost added to the experience. This game really teeters on being like creepy and uncanny, while also being incredibly goofy and unserious, which I really like. So I think the glitches actually kind of helped that. I can see how this game wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea. It can be a little repetitive and seemingly tedious to like make all the orders for the customers, but I personally loved it. So, you know, if you like that aspect of the gameplay, you're gonna like it. I love just seeing like which eccentric character would come in next and like, you know, what the interaction would be like, which again makes me think this would be like a really fun, like cozy game where, you know, it's a little bit more fleshed out. Maybe the mechanics of making stuff is a little bit, you know, also fleshed out. And then each character comes in and they have their own like distinct personality and the way to interact with them. I just think that'd be really cool. Overall, great game. I gave it a 7 out of 8 Chillapuccinos. Hope you enjoyed the chill, cozy vibes we were striving for today. Hope you have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is for you. Have a good one.